It's the JT Cho Show!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
From streaming. What up, Sizzle?
Oh yeah, we're Gucci.
That's good. Sizzle's already in the chat.
Gang, dude. Welcome to the pod.
Welcome back to the JT Show, episode 196.
Yeah.
Gingers are black. That's the new thing.
Red velvet, baby.
It's the new thing on Twitter. Not Twitter. Fucking.
I've never
TikTok.
been more proud for my 2 red hairs in my beard.
Dude, I just gotta say, I've never felt more welcomed into a community in my whole entire life. That's
It's been a long time coming, you being accepted.
Yeah, I mean, my own kind hated me.
Yeah.
Yeah, all these names.
You got a buddy who's a ginger, but I think he's been practicing his whole life
Yeah,
to be red velvet.
yeah,
He just has been, dude.
yeah. For my birthday today, I have an athlete that was born in 1975.
Okay.
One of the hardest hitting motherfuckers who ever played professional football. Ray Lewis.
Ah. I thought you were going the other way, and then you said the year. It's also Emmett Smith's birthday.
Yes.
It's not. That's not my guy, though. I wanted to give a little bit of a shout out to fucking Eddie Bravo.
Eddie Bravo.
He's 55 today. One of Joe Rogan's homies. Mixed martial artist. I just saw his picture for the first time ever
Right.
when I looked up his birthday. But yeah, he's just a fucking short Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy. And I guess he's a comedian too. Never seen a stand-up though.
Same.
He's listed as a comedian / jiu-jitsu artist. So
Hilarious. Probably, I think it's just because the stories that he tells and his little conferences, people laugh because
probably. I don't know if he ever does like a quick
I think he
fiver
does.
at like the Laugh Factory or something like that. But
Probably at Joe Rogan's Club.
he might. I'm not entirely sure. I did want to talk about how absolutely garbage the 2014 quarterback draft class was.
Okay.
So I really hope I screenshot it and it's not just like saved in my Facebook shit. Oh, here we go. I did. So the only guy left still playing that's not either retired or just fucking out of the league is Jimmy Garoppolo.
Wow.
It's the only guy.
Wow.
Because the other guy, the number 2 guy, probably the number 1 guy in this thing just retired, is Derek Carr.
Oh, yeah.
So Jimmy Garoppolo's last the Mohicans for the 2014 draft class.
Yeah.
He's the last quarterback standing. So it's Jimmy Garoppolo, Derek Carr, Johnny Manziel, huge bust. Logan Thomas, who actually switched to tight end after his rookie year. Teddy Bridgewater. Garrett Gilbert, Blake Bortles, probably the number 3 guy. Tom Savage, Aaron Murray, AJ McCarron, Zach Mettenberger, Taj Boyd, Keith Wenning. Never heard of any of those guys on the back end.
Yeah.
Haven't heard of them.
Not at all.
And they're all just out of the NFL. The only one left is Jimmy Garoppolo. So that's such a garbage draft class.
Yeah.
Like, imagine being, like, the number 1 overall pick, and you're like, oh, my God, we got our guy. And there's just not a single motherfucker in there that's going to do anything.
Right.
Not a single guy.
Could be every year.
It could be.
Yeah.
Could be. I don't even know. Like, I'd have to go through and do, like, a deep dive on, like, the best quarterback draft classes.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, that one that had, like, Elway and Moreno and shit like that, that was a pretty solid one.
Yeah.
So I think there was, like, 3 or 4.
The Eli Manning one was a good one.
What year was he? Was he, like, 02 or something? Or 04?
Somewhere along those
I
lines.
want to say it was around there. Because I know Peyton was like 98.
I think he was 02 then.
Peyton was 98. Tom was 99.
Speaking of Eli, you know that prank that he did? Not Eli. Yeah, Eli.
Oh, the quarterback thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Jared Goff also did it.
Yeah,
They're making a movie out of it.
hilarious.
And the guy who supposedly was going out with
Baker
Sydney-
Mayfield did it too, but not as a quarterback walk-on. He did it as a fan, and then he slung the ball like 90 yards, and everyone was like, "Whoa!"
what? So the guy who plays he plays Hangman in the new Tom Cruise,
I don't watch a whole lot of Tom Cruise shit.
the new airplane movie.
Mission Impossible?
No, the fucking god damn, dude. It was a fucking classic, and they play volleyball, and then they finally
Oh, Top Gun.
Top Gun, yes,
Fighter jet movie. An
What?
airplane movie?
same.
No.
Fighter jets and airplanes.
If you met someone and you're like, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" They're like, "Oh, I fly airplanes." You'd be like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. What kind of Boeing is it?" And they're like, "No, it's an F-16." You'd be like, "That's not an airplane. It's a fucking fighter jet."
It's an airplane.
It's a different motherfucker, dude.
Sizzle, you can come out at some point. I'll get you on here.
Come
But-
through the first weekend we're drinking.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
First drunk pod with Sizzle.
That'd be wild.
That'd be a fun one.
I don't know if we can handle it.
I think we can handle it, dude.
Yeah, but so he was the guy who was reportedly going out with Sydney Sweeney because they just did a movie together.
Oh, the pretty good looking guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know who you're talking
So
about.
that's the guy who's going to be playing. It's called Transfer Portal.
Oh, funny.
So it's
And is he just going to be a stud?
let's see, Transfer Portal movie.
Is he? Wait, it's not like a Borat thing where they're like hidden cameras and shit. Like they're like filming a show.
I think it's a show like where he's transferring.
Yeah, but they're filming a show. That guy can't throw a football.
We don't know. He might have had a dad.
Not like Eli. Eli showing up to the transfer camp is fucking insane. That guy showing up is just another fucking guy.
Man, I thought. Damn, I can't find the posting.
I saw something about it. He the picture they
Is
used.
that
he looked-
Glenn Powell?
Yeah, yeah,
That's who it was.
yeah. Glenn Powell,
Latest.
solid actor.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah. Okay, so here it
Fucking
is.
hats off to him for playing
Chad
Sydney
Power
Sweeney.
starring Glenn Powell is set to premiere on Hulu with 2 episodes on September 30th, with new episodes every Tuesday. And this is what he looks like.
Yeah, I saw the post. It's got to be something they filmed.
It's got to be like a comedy.
It's not like a hidden camera thing where they
No,
show up to random
there's no
camps,
way you could,
because he
like,
would
get-
get shit on.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like he doesn't throw a football like Eli.
Glenn Powell.
The football. Glenn Powell football. Watch him. He was like an All-American at Syracuse or something.
Yeah, let's see this.
He was like Rutgers starting quarterback for 3 years.
This is talking about the show. In an effort to get back into football after a fall from grace, he adopts a persona of Chad Powers and joins the struggling team. So is this?
Oh, it's like Juwanna Man, but he's not a.
He disguises it. Yeah, but yeah, this is
But
Juwanna
he's,
Man.
it's Juwanna Man.
Glenn Powell's associated with football, involves him playing the lead role in the upcoming Hulu series Chad Powers, where he plays a football player who disguises himself to join a college team. In an effort to get back into football after a fall from grace, he adopts a persona Chad Powers and joins us. People would know. Powell was even seen leading a fictional football game onto the field at a Georgia game during halftime, which was his theme for
Oh,
the
they were
show.
filming at the thing. That's like what they did for. Oh God, what was it called? Southpaw. The Jake Gyllenhaal MMA movie.
Oh yeah, they fought. Yeah, they did.
They
at a
they
really
did
good
it at
game.
like a UFC event. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's kind of cool that they did that. They also did that for Landman.
And
One of the I think it was the Texas Tech football game they were at. They like or a high school game. They like filmed it during a game, so it had like real sounds in the background.
what was it? Will Ferrell in that movie where he throws that basketball at a cheerleader's face. That's also
Not Tropic Thunder.
no.
That was the team they played for though.
Yeah. No,
It
that
was the Flint Tropics semi-pro.
yeah. No, not semi-pro. It was it's a different movie where he's older and he's playing like an usher. But they filmed that during a Lakers game.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and like he throws a basketball and it hits a cheerleader in the face.
Oh,
He's wearing like a red tuxedo.
was that Daddy's Home?
Um
So the Usher thing, he did that at an actual game back in the fucking early 2000s. That was like a thing that he did. And they were cool about it.
yeah. movie.
I didn't know they did that for an actual movie though. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, so like they've done it in a
What
whole
movie
bunch.
is that?
I'm going to his filmography right now. I mean, it could be. I don't think it's Daddy's Home 2 because that'd be overly ridiculous.
It just sounds like something that would happen in one of those movies though.
Yeah. Why is it so hard to Will Ferrell movies and IMDb's like eat my ass?
See if I can beat you to it.
Probably can, dude.
Never know, dude.
Will Ferrell. Let's see.
It was Daddy's Home,
Daddy's Home. Wow.
the original.
Yeah.
It was during a New Orleans Pelicans game.
Yeah. It's pretty cool when they do that.
Yeah, the with him pretending to be an usher, that was at a that was like an actual game at the Staples Center,
Yeah.
Lakers.
Mhm.
Yeah, and he did it as a joke, and he was like telling people to get the fuck out, and he like bent down and he was talking shit to Shaq, and Shaq was like, "Kick me out." Kick me out of here. He's like, "You sure?" He goes, "Yeah, kick me
Yeah,
out."
he's like, "You're
And
out
he
of
stands
here."
up. He's like, "You're out of here!" And he like escorted him out. And then like the other ushers like walked with him. He's like, "Hey guys, I'm sorry about this." They're like, "No, dude, this is awesome. This is the coolest thing ever." He goes, "Oh, okay, cool."
Yeah.
I like my favorite Will Ferrell cameo is on the roast of Justin Bieber.
Mhm.
He comes out as Anchorman,
Yeah.
Ron Burgundy,
Mhm.
and he's like, "Why are you guys making fun of this kid? He's never done anything wrong. His life is awesome." And he just starts naming all the shitty things that he's done. He goes, "Hell yeah!"
Yeah.
He's like, cheated on his super hot girlfriend and got another super hot girlfriend. A+ in my book.
Like one of my favorite jokes from that roast is from Justin Bieber, and he said, "What happens when you give a 16-year-old $200 million?
Oh yeah,
You get a bunch of guys calling him a lesbian for fucking 2 hours."
a bunch of has-beens on stage calling him a lesbian for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Fucking, that's a solid joke. I also like the one that he had about Mr. Snapchat.
Oh yeah.
Chris D'Elia.
Chris
He's
D'Elia.
like, Chris D'Elia gets a lot of girls. You want to know why? He's like, because Chris D'Elia is my favorite comedian. That's the only reason he gets chicks is because Justin Bieber likes him.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that was a solid one. Yeah, see, that's how it is. I butchered the joke. He started off, he's like, Chris D'Elia is one of my favorite comedians of all time. He also gets a shit ton of girls because he's my favorite comedian of all time. Solid delivery by JB. I fucked it up.
For sure. Even though price.
That's
maybe.
actually that's like one of my favorite Comedy Central roasts.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was like my number one for a while. I think Tom Brady's is better now, but for a while that was the best one. That was my favorite one. He was talking about he's like, Snoop Dogg, I used to listen to your music all the time, and now you're up here sitting next to Martha Stewart and that Hannibal guy at my roast. This is great, man. Like talking about how he slid in his career.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was back when they were doing them like once a year.
Mhm.
It's Comedy Central roast. What was
Yeah.
the original? Was it like Hugh Hefner or Donald Trump or something?
Charlie Sheen.
Might have been. I think Charlie Sheen was when they took it like big time. Because there was a Donald Trump roast and a Hugh Hefner roast that were like pretty vanilla back in the 90s.
I thought Trump was in the 2000s.
It might be. I know the Hefner one had to have been in the 90s though.
September 11th, 2011 was
No
the Comedy
way.
Central first roast. The first official Comedy Central roast premiered on August 10th, 2003. Okay, what the
Oh, okay. I
fuck?
thought for sure the Hugh Hefner one was in the 90s.
Roast. Dennis Leary.
Wow.
Jeff Foxworthy.
Okay.
Pamela Anderson.
Yep.
William Shatner.
Yep, I remember that one.
2006.
Who's the
Flavor
Hugh Hefner
Flav.
roast? I remember that one too.
Bob Saget. Larry the Cable Guy. Joan Rivers. David Hasselhoff. Donald Trump. Charlie Sheen. Donald Trump was before Charlie Sheen. And then Roseanne Barr.
Oh, so it wasn't a Comedy Central roast, the Hugh Hefner one. The New York Ferris Club roast of Hugh Hefner. It was a TV special that aired in '01.
Here's a classic. James Franco.
I missed him.
And then Justin Bieber. Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe was a funny one.
Bruce Willis. He already forgot it.
Yep.
Alec Baldwin. He already shot it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're rolling there for a second.
Yeah, that you would have got it.
That would have been the fucking line.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, the Rob Lowe one was really good though, because there was that the musician that was there. I don't know her name. She sang a song about how she met Rob Lowe once when she was younger, but Rob Lowe probably doesn't remember. And then she says at the end of the song that she was the chick that he raped when she was 16.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pretty good. The timeline doesn't match out because she's actually older than Rob Lowe. But it was a pretty funny line. Yeah, they just, like Pete Davidson has talked about it. He's like, yeah, he like raped a minor, and he's just still a superstar.
Yeah.
Like the 90s were just different, man. Like they just like openly talked about how crazy it is that he was still allowed to have a career.
Yeah.
It is funny. It's interesting.
Yeah, there's
Different times.
there's really not a whole lot of shots of redemption anymore.
No, there's really not. It's just kind of a one and done thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess technically, once you get to that level, it's not really like a one and done. Like it's they catch you one time for 1,000 things,
Yeah.
and then you're done.
Yeah.
Because like the Harvey Weinstein thing, like that obviously wasn't a one and done.
Right.
He just got caught the one time, real bad, and then everything just kind of tidal waved over on him.
I mean, he didn't really just get caught. There was like that whole movement, and then one chick spoke up, and then that.
Well, yeah, the first chick had like some real evidence, and then like there was 1,000
Oh.
other girls that came in with
Yeah,
their
yeah.
testimonies.
Yeah.
Which I guess is kind of the same thing that happened to Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess those aren't really one and dones. Those are just kind of like, hey, we finally got you, and all these hundreds of things you've done.
I think it's just like now, if you do something on a scale of that offensive, there's just no coming back from it.
Yeah. I think the only guy that's came back at all really was Louis C.K., and he didn't really. He had
Yeah.
that one special.
He just did it over the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and in person.
Well, yeah.
That was
but,
the real bad one.
yeah.
It wasn't even bad though. He asked permission.
But you could leave.
He asked permission.
Yeah. Was he standing in front of the door? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know the deets.
Was his back to the door, and he was just like, "I gotta finish. If we're gonna leave." Like nobody knows.
Sarah Silverman was funny about it. She's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, he always asked first. I was fine with it."
Yeah.
I think that's so great.
Yeah. Do what you need to.
Yeah.
I mean, she'd probably just be doing whatever.
Yeah,
her own
his,
shit.
his stand-up about that was so funny too. He's like, think of the nastiest, darkest thing that you do when you're home alone or with your significant other. Now put that on the cover of New York Times.
Yeah.
Everyone knows my nasty, dirty, dark secret.
Yeah.
He's like, you all do weird shit. You just know my weird shit now.
Yeah. Obama knows my dirty dark.
Yeah, that's what it was. The president knows my dirty, dark shit that I do in the bedroom
Mm-hmm.
or at work,
Yeah.
wherever it was.
Allegedly.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine the type of press that would happen if I was like a famous guy and some of like the weird shit got out. That'd just be a strange time.
It would just be like people that you might have slighted said, "Oh well, maybe I can use this to my advantage."
Yeah. I don't think it would have been that bad. I've never really done anything that bad.
Same.
Yeah. Antarctica gained 108 billion tons of ice this last year.
Wow.
And all the scientists are like, how'd that happen? So global warming is just a hunk of shit.
Yeah.
It's global cooling now.
That's hilarious. How
It's
did?
going to flip-flop
How
again.
much? How much weight was that?
108 billion tons
Wow.
of ice in 1 year.
That's wild.
It's a lot of fucking ice.
So much ice.
Yeah. I'm curious to see because there was all those pictures that people were posting of like, oh, this was this statue in Italy that was in the water. It's like, this is it now. And it's like feet are almost in the water, like the water rose. They're like, we're in trouble. Shit's going to fucking hit the fan. Global warming. Everyone's going to be flooded. Now they just got 100 billion tons of ice back.
Yeah.
Don't know how it happened.
It's weird.
Maybe we fixed it.
Aliens just dropped off some. Oh shit! Did we drop off some ice at Earth? I haven't done it in like 30 years.
Hey, we missed the delivery like 10 times.
Yeah. And then just plopped her in.
Just plopped her in, dude. Yeah, I thought that was an interesting
Them
one.
humans getting warm.
They also, this is completely off topic. Pete Rose is eligible for the Hall of Fame now.
Yeah, and so
I think it's a crock of shit.
and so is Shoeless.
Shoeless Joe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jackson.
Yeah, Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Yeah.
I think it's a crock of shit. He fought for years and then just gave up on it his last like 5 years of life. Was like, I'm not even thinking about the Hall of Fame anymore.
Yeah.
Such a crock of shit that they're doing it now that he's dead. Like, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. He never got to see his bust.
No. He never, like, at least tell him on his deathbed, be like, hey, we're going to lift the ban. I think they still have to vote on him. Like, I don't think he's just in. I think they
I
have to
think
vote
he'll
him
get
in.
it. Yeah, well, he has to be on the ballot, and then
He's allowed to be on the ballot now. I
Yeah.
don't know if they're going to vote him in or not. I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. I don't give a shit if he's in or not.
right.
He's the one that gave a shit. It just sucks that they did it like what 3 years after he died, 2 years after he died.
Yeah,
Stupid.
yeah.
It's like they made a deal with him and they're like, hey, we'll put you in after you die. You don't get to see it, bitch. That's what it feels like, at least. I don't know.
Yeah,
But if they're letting him in, they ought to let old Barry Bonds in.
yeah,
I think they should let him in. Fuck it. Just take the stats from the first 15 years. Forget the other 5. The last like 5 years of the Giants. Just exit those off.
yeah.
I saw a TikTok video of some guy that said the contrary. He's like, fuck him, he doesn't deserve to be in. He picked the home run record over the Hall of Fame. Because technically, if he had retired at the point where he started taking steroids, he would have been in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not a first ballot because he didn't have the home run record at that time, like the
Yeah.
all-time record.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, his on-base percentage was insane. There was one year he saw like 700 something at bats. Let's just say 700 even at bats, but he was on base 703 times that year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't even know how that's possible. Like, I guess pinch running for people.
Walks.
Well, the at bat still counts. Like he had like 700 at bats,
Mm-hmm.
and even a walk counts. It's like one of those at bats.
Mm-hmm.
So he had like an extra 3 on bases than he did at bats.
Maybe that's getting doubles.
I don't know how they count them.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe they're counting the bases.
I don't know. That's
Maybe.
weird.
But I also know that if you took out all of his home runs and you turned them into outs, he had a better batting average than David Ortiz.
That's wild.
That's fucking insane. That's like 700 something, 730 something fucking home runs. You turn those into outs. Still a better batting average than David Ortiz. David Ortiz was the first ballot.
Yeah,
I think he deserves to be in. I'm not even a Giants fan. I just think he cranked the fucking ball. He was walked more times in 2004 than Mike Trout has been walked his whole career.
that's wild.
That's a crazy one to me.
Yeah,
It's fucking insane. Because Mike Trout for like 8 years was just raking balls.
they
Dude.
could have just sped walking too these days.
Yeah, he didn't even get a step in the batter's box.
Yeah. Bases loaded.
A couple of those, dude. He took a couple of swings at some of them. He cranked one of those. They were trying to throw him off, and he stepped into the plate and fucking cranked one.
Yeah,
Home run.
yeah. He just reaches across and hits a belt high.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just the fucking automatic homer. That guy was from
Yeah.
like 2002 to 2005.
He was good.
Yeah, he was pretty gnarly. Put on a lot of weight those last couple of years.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Apparently, his his rookie baseball card had him listed at 6 foot, and then they measured him his last year. He was 6'1".
Damn.
So he like gained an inch of height.
Probably from his,
He was on some good shit, dude.
probably from his head fat, dude.
Maybe his neck muscles got too big and it like decompressed his spine.
Just swelled up his head and just made his.
Just a big old bump,
Yeah,
a big old muscle bump.
yeah.
Fucking
Just holding up that much more liquid.
fatheads, dude. Remember those?
It's kind of like when you get on the golf course and they have the water underneath the greens. It's
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah,
you
a
know,
little
that,
bubbly,
you know?
dude.
Yeah,
You could like leave it's like what are those where you like leave your handprint in them?
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Those
Like,
little the pin needle things.
yeah,
I have no idea what the fuck those are called.
The thing that they sell for kids, but like you use it once, and
Yeah.
why would you ever use it again?
I saw one of those videos on TikTok. This chick did it. She like put her like or she put her butt into it, like her whole back, and
Mhm.
a little boy walked up to it and he like grabbed the butt and then looked at the camera and smiled. It's like, hey, little fuck,
Yeah,
copping a feel at 6 years old.
some metal pins.
Yeah, dude.
You know.
You just wanted to see.
Yeah.
Another fun fact: Hal from Malcolm in the Middle
Hmm.
was arrested more times in Malcolm in the Middle than Walter White was in Breaking Bad.
That's pretty good. That's pretty funny.
Oh, that was a good one, dude.
That is a good one.
Like, he only got arrested like 3 times in Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
That was it, and like half of them were like handcuffed and then taken off.
Mhm.
Okay, I don't know the amount of times Hal was arrested, but I can think in my head at least 4 of them
Yeah.
because that fucker was arrested a few times.
Yeah.
For a bunch of dumb shit.
But his family was the worst,
Dude, the fucking worst, bro. I couldn't imagine raising those kids.
dude. This Lois. Yelling.
Lois was awful. He was the only like wholesome dude there, but he still had his weird shit.
I like when he was just crushing stuff with the roller.
I was gonna bring that up. He hyper fixated on crushing shit with the roller. Spent like all their savings on renting it out for the week.
Yeah,
Rented out an empty lot.
yeah.
Just lining shit up. Who was it that caught him? Dewey. Dewey caught him.
Yeah, he's the only person that's not going to be in the remake.
He hasn't acted since. That was his first and only fucking role.
Yep. And then someone's like, a photo of him.
I think he was he had like he was in something else, but he wasn't a main character.
He was in something else.
I don't remember what it was though. He was like a side character, like an orphan kid or something.
Yeah, he was something along those lines.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
No.
Yeah, so they're remaking Malcolm in the Middle.
Yep.
Are they coming back for a full season, or is it just going to be like a movie or a couple episodes?
I think a couple episodes.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see a full season of it, see where they're all at. What do you think? What do you think Malcolm's doing? He's supposed to be the president.
Supposed to be the president. I don't know. He probably failed out.
You think he's a burnout dude?
Yeah.
He just got burnt out in college and said, "Fuck it."
Yeah, he was just like, dude.
He's just like a long hair hippie.
Yeah.
Lives in a trailer.
He's just like, fuck this place. He's like, I'm not doing this shit anymore.
And then Reese is a fucking male porn star. But he's like a cuck. He doesn't actually fuck anything. He just sits in the back of the room, gets like $100 a day.
Oh, Reese?
Yeah.
Reese is probably leaving the military.
You think he's in the military?
Yeah.
And then what was the other guy? Francis?
Francis was living on the ranch.
Francis owns the ranch now.
Yeah.
He owns the ranch. They left it to him.
Yeah.
And he's running it into the fucking ground, dude. He started off with $1 million in the bank. It's been 20 years. He's sitting on like
That wasn't
200,000.
even a real ranch. It was Germans running a bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a bowl though.
Yeah.
The big old motherfucker.
Yeah. My favorite episode of all time is on that ranch. Firework.
I don't know if I remember that one.
They are like, hey, let's buy this firework that's super deadly. And then Francis was like, I'm trying to show mom and dad that I'm fucking responsible. Because, like, they're like, they had this firework. It's like the best firework ever. The guy's like, this is the best firework ever invented. And then Francis is like, we cannot light this firework. I'm taking you guys back right now. But he already lit it because he's such a fucking delinquent.
Can't help himself.
And then, like, they're like, holy shit. So then, like, it's pitch black dark and it goes up in the sky and it's so bright that it turns into daylight for, like, 1 second.
Oh, shit.
So they, like, filmed it where they probably had him stand in the exact same spot for 1 second and then put it back again because it's hilarious.
That's crazy. That was one of the coolest things I ever saw on deployment was Afghanistan when they took out these fucking dudes on the side of the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Before they did that, they launched this flare up out of the helicopter. And I looked up at it and it just fucking blue sky.
Mm-hmm.
And it was 2 a.m. Like middle of the fucking night.
That's wild.
Just made everything blue sky. And then as it dropped, it just looked like they were dropping like the sun on them, even though it was just a flare.
Hilarious.
But it just lit everything up and like the shadows moved super quick because it was like falling fast. One of the craziest things I've ever seen. Just completely clear blue sky,
Mm-hmm.
right where the flare was going off. I didn't even know we had shit that fucking bright.
Bryan Cranston, by the way, Sizzle, he's been in great movies. He was in that James Franco movie.
Oh,
Dad's,
it's not son-in-law because that's the
Father-in-law?
Pauly Shore movie. Father-in-law? Daughter of the
daughter
daughter of the bride? Father of the bride.
Father of the Bride.
Father of the bride.
Yeah.
Daughter of the bride. I was working my way there, dude. I was walking it in.
He was in that movie. He's also been in Seinfeld.
Yep, he was the dentist.
Walter White. No, that's Breaking Bad.
Yeah, that is Breaking Bad.
It is.
He's been in a bunch of cool shit.
Yeah, he was. I'm trying to think of one of his other really good movies.
He was in that movie, the lottery movie.
Oh yeah.
Him scamming the lottery.
Yeah, with Rainn Wilson.
Yeah.
And then he was also that paralyzed guy in that Kevin Hart movie.
Yes, that was a remake
Yeah.
of that same exact movie, just filmed in Europe. And I've seen the European one, and I've seen about half the Kevin Hart one. They're both very mediocre.
Mm-hmm.
They're just okay.
Yeah, I can't.
It reminds me of that. I watched it with Chris. It was a Paul Rudd movie where he basically signs up to do the same thing, like caretaker, but he does it for a kid
Mm-hmm.
that can't fucking walk. And as soon as he meets the kid, he's like, "Hey, can you call Make-A-Wish? Tell him I want a blowjob from Katy Perry." And he's just like staring at him. It's like his first time meeting him. He's like, I don't know. And then like the kid pretends to die a bunch. Like he pretends to have like a seizure on the floor. He goes like saves him. He goes, "Got you, bitch." And he's like, "You piece of shit." And then he finally does it again. And he's like, "I know you're fucking kidding." And the kid's like, his eyes are turning red and his face is turning purple, and he's like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And he like gets out of the car and like pulls him out of the car, and the kid just starts laughing. He goes, "You son of a bitch!" Like he just gets him every fucking time he does it. And then he like stopped being, spoiler alert, he stopped being his like caretaker or whatever, but he like was still in his life. Like he would like take him to fucking school and shit. But he had a different caretaker, but he only had her for like 3 days because he pretended to be dead twice.
Damn.
And she just quit. She couldn't handle it anymore.
Yeah. And then he's also in that movie with Steve Carell, where Steve Carell's son dies in the military. And it's the other guy who plays in this movie, he plays a pastor. He's the guy from The Matrix, and also John Wick, the guy with the pigeons, who's like, give this man a gun. That guy.
Okay.
And it's a movie where like 3 old Marine buddies reunite to help this dude, Steve Carell, recover his son's dead body from service.
Oh shit.
And Bryan Cranston's like, tell him you want to see the fucking body. And he's just like, I want to see the body. And the fucking like high-ranking Marines like, I don't really think, he's like, you don't have to fucking take orders from this motherfucker anymore. I'm like, yeah, you tell him, fucking Bryan Cranston. It's pretty good, dude. It's a real good movie.
I'll have to check that one out. I don't even think I've ever heard of that one.
Let me look it up.
I saw there was a I want to say it was a Vietnam.
Oh, not Ben Stiller. Fuck. Sorry.
Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston and
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell, yeah.
There was I want to say it was a Vietnam War veteran who died in Vietnam. His wife just recently, like a week ago, got his remains back from Vietnam.
Wow.
And like he was a good-looking young black guy, and his wife is just old as shit now.
It's called The Last Flag Flying, and it's a war comedy.
A war comedy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hilarious.
Interesting. Steve Carell is also in Space Force.
Yeah, that kind of flopped.
It super flopped.
Yeah.
It was like the first season was okay. The second season was just eh.
I mean, they had like some really good people in it.
There were some good lines too. It just like it felt like
Forced for the time.
Yeah, it felt too forced. Like if they had started filming that like 2 years from now, it'd probably be better off.
Or like
They just did it too quick.
10 years ago in the past, like, hey.
Yeah. Like if it was like a 2010s show, probably would have done pretty well. But I don't know. It felt rushed, I guess. It was decent though.
Right.
Pretty decent. Did you see the Final Destination promo they're doing for the new movie?
I don't know what the promo is.
It was a guy driving on the highway, one of those log trucks,
Mm-hmm.
and it just said Final Destination on the back of it.
Hilarious.
So he was just driving through traffic with the log truck.
Wow.
I thought it was a pretty great way to advertise, dude.
Yeah.
Pretty solid. Also, fucking HBO. They rebranded.
Yeah, they're going from Max to HBO Max.
Yeah, they're going back to it. So they went to Max in 2022,
Mm-hmm.
and they rebranded their logo each year, and
Yeah.
they just couldn't get it right, I guess. And now they're going back to HBO Max, which I think is hilarious.
I think it was stupid to just go to Max because, like,
Should have just been HBO Max.
yeah, HBO Max. Like, oh, what happens at Max? Like, no, it's HBO, dog.
Yeah, it's the HBO app.
If I said, hey, open up HBO, you're going to go to the Max app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to go to HBO. I don't even know what that app would open.
If there's a person in the world that was like, yo, open up Max, you're a fucking weird person.
Yeah,
It's HBO.
it's HBO.
I think I have HBO right now, too, so we got to look at the movies on there,
Ooh.
too. Yeah, what we need to do is...
I know one really good one.
Yeah, well...
You want to cry?
No, I'm going to watch that by myself so I can cry.
No, we're going to watch it together, you son of a bitch.
Mhm.
You already got me hyped up for it. I have to watch it again.
That'll just be our first drinking night.
Next weekend?
With Sizzle.
With Sizzle? First time I meet him, I'm just crying like a bitch in front of him. Does he have brothers? Sizzle, do you have brothers?
He's got 2 brothers.
Does he? All right, he can watch it then.
And allegedly, they're both pretty shitheads. You know, the youngest one.
Oh, this might make him want to call them motherfuckers up.
Yeah.
Tell him he loves them.
Hilarious.
It's a fucking sad goddamn movie, dude. Talk about Iron Fist,
Iron Claw.
Iron Claw. Same shit.
Don't need to know!
Iron Fist, that was actually one of my previous birthdays. That was one of her films. Let me pick one out. That would be funny.
One of your old actresses?
Natalie Vegas.
Mm,
Yeah, that was one of her films.
yeah. Hilarious. But yeah, we'll have to go through like all the apps that we have because it's pretty much all of them, and then write down like movies to knock out.
Yeah. We'll make a list. We'll make a list for sure.
And then movies that you really want to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazon's coming out with the silver and black shit. We talked about that the other day. It's the Raiders
Oh.
shit.
Yeah.
I think it's called Silver and Black. It might be wrong.
Nicolas Cage and Chris Hemsworth.
No. Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. So close.
Imagine Chris Hemsworth plays Al Davis. He's just jacked and looks beautiful.
Thor costume and everything. All right, what are we doing?
I own the Raiders.
That's a bullshit call.
We're changing our name to Asgardians.
You need a break? There's lightning. 15-minute warning.
15-minute warning for lightning.
Yeah. That looks
Within
good.
5, dude.
There's so much good. And then the Owen Wilson
It sticks.
sticks.
Yeah, I think we talked about that last week.
that's
That's
coming
going to be
out.
fucking great.
King of the Hill remake.
Yep, King of the Hill remake's coming out. There's a bunch of new episodes of Family Guy, by the way. I watched one of them today.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Haven't seen them.
bunch of them.
Damn.
Yeah, some good ones.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's,
I watched. Have you seen The Bear?
I know.
Oh, it's pretty good. The actor in The Bear,
Mhm.
they had Chris was him.
Mhm.
'Cause they were like doing like a spin-off of it, like a spoof version of it.
Mhm.
And it's just so funny because they give him like this super deep 5 o'clock shadow all the way around. It's just kind of funny, and he's like the only one taking it serious. And then at the end of it, they're like, "What's the bear? Am I the bear? The restaurant's not called the Bear. What's the bear?" And then Lois comes in and she's like, "Oh, I think the bear is you fighting against the hard times in the kitchen." And Peter's like, "Shut the fuck up! I'm the bear."
Of course he did.
Yeah,
Peter's great.
it's great, dude. Family Guy's solid. I think Family Guy and South Park are like neck and neck. South Park's head and shoulders above them, but Family Guy's like the closest number 2. Simpsons are right there too. Simpsons definitely fell off for me. You know they're like still making new episodes of that shit?
Which is wild.
That's crazy. I didn't even know.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. What's up, Ink Bomb? I got the Dukes.
That's
It's my undershirt at work today, dog.
a good one.
And we got some chatters in here today.
Gang, dude.
Yeah.
Hopefully you get the same amount of chatter for the stream later.
Yeah, maybe.
Fucking steak night tonight, dude.
Steak night. Yeah, we're 4 days into the carnivore diet.
Mhm.
I'm down 8 pounds just
Same.
because I haven't had a sugar in 4 days. Actually,
I haven't had a sugar or a liquor.
Yeah, sugar. Well, we haven't had alcohol or beer.
It's been about 2 weeks now.
Yeah, we
Just
haven't
about.
had bread in 4 days, and we haven't had liquid bread in like 8 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, today's the 15th, so
I think we started on the 5th.
9 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just doing a sober month, cutting some weight, carnivore, taking our vitamins. Thor took some vitamins by accident, so
He did. He's all right though.
yeah, he's just chilling.
It wasn't any like crazy vitamins. He took the
Organ beef.
organic organ beef powder,
Yeah,
which it obviously smells like beef.
he smelt it.
He did smelt it, and then he dealt it.
Yeah.
So he's just a beefy little boy tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel good. This is my 3rd time doing carnivore. Every time I do it, I lose a bunch of weight, and then I get off the carnivore and I go fucking ham on liquor and food.
Damn,
I gain it all back.
I wish the chat would update on my phone because Earl's saying some shit and I can't see what it is.
Oh shit!
Oh, there's a lot happening. That's Kick,
Is that Kick?
the big one.
Oh, funny.
Yeah, we have. I think we have. I don't know, probably 5 or 6 in here all together.
Oh, sick, guys. What's going on?
Just 200 followers on Kick, so you know. Oh, they said lock in, lock in, lock in, lock in. That's all they said.
Lock in.
Lock in.
I guess we got to stay locked in.
We gotta stay locked in. 3 viewers on fucking Twitch alone, dude. What a day.
But yeah, we're doing steak night tonight. Ribeyes.
Yep.
We're gonna reverse.
I will say, man, go to your local butcher shop. We got 4 ribeyes. We got 5 pounds of ground chuck, a 3-pound chuck roast, 2 pounds of premium cut bacon, all for like $74.
Yeah, it
So-
wasn't bad.
So that's basically what we've been eating all week. We're gonna do some fish, some shrimp, all that good stuff this weekend. But
Yeah, this weekend we're gonna ball out a little bit. I kind of want to do. I almost want to do like crab or something and just dip it in like a salty butter.
that'd be cool.
That'd be pretty solid. Or we could just do shrimp, do the same thing, and toss it in butter.
Yeah,
That'd be pretty solid.
yeah. Just get a bunch of already like tailless shrimp, and then just.
Yeah. One of the things I do want to try that we talked about, I want to try the chicken fillets
Mm-hmm.
with the fucking breadcrumbs, but instead of breadcrumbs, you use pork rinds.
Yeah.
You fry it up in butter, do a little melty cheese on top too.
Also, I was thinking with the shrimp, we could shish kebab them on the grill,
Ooh, that'd be good.
and then they're just charred.
Yeah.
Or like what you could do is you could first cook them in a pan with butter, get them all buttery, and then just stick them all on shish kebabs, and then get those nice grill lines.
We could even, yeah, I think butter and then grill. I think that'd be good. We don't even have to cook it in the butter. You just submerge them in the butter
Mm-hmm.
and then fucking shish kebab them.
Yeah,
Toss them on the grill with that butter.
yeah.
That'd be pretty solid.
Hey, quit licking that fucking couch.
He stopped.
Yeah,
He's a good boy.
he knows.
Yeah, he does know.
Except when I'm not home.
He's a little fucker.
Big fucker.
The one other thing I had written down, Star Wars Episode 1,
Yeah.
during the Darth Maul fight,
Mm-hmm.
those doors that close, and then like the sounds that they make,
Yeah,
it's a broken ceiling fan.
that's cool.
The guy that I saw it on TikTok the other day, the guy that was like in charge of like the sounds or whatever, the sound effects guy,
Mhm.
his neighbor called him because his neighbor knew like what he did for work, and he was like, "Hey man, you should come over. This fan's making a weird fucking noise."
Hilarious.
And he goes over to his house with all his equipment, and he for like 45 minutes just recorded this broken ceiling fan making this vroom, 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 vroom. And that's the fucking noise of the vroom. Those doors closing.
That's cool.
Yeah, those little blaster doors when Qui-Gon like stopped and like meditated for a second.
Mm.
Yeah. So those doors, that's what that fucking sound is. Broken ceiling fan.
That's hilarious.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
So weird. I see all these videos all the time on TikTok of like people making sound effects. Like half the time I don't believe them. I think they're just making them on top. I don't think they're like actual sound effect people. But one of them was this, it was like a guy, he was like walking or something like that. And to make the snow sounds, he was like, he had like a bag full of sand and he was like stomping on the bag full of sand and it makes like crushing snow sound.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting the way they make those sounds.
Well, it's like you can make a storm with a piece of metal.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like in college we took a class like that to where they had a sheet of paper and they said, okay, like you don't get time to prepare. They're like, use what you have in this lab to make these noises.
Mhm.
So we were like taking wood and making like scraping noises, and then like one of them was the thunderstorm, so we eventually had to get the thing right. But it's the way it's recorded and the way you can manipulate it. But
Yeah.
it's crazy.
It's pretty cool the way that shit works.
And
I've never
plus,
really
like,
seen it happen.
the way you hear it with your naked ear and the way it's recorded, and then you get it onto the computer and then you just adjust it a little bit, and you're like, dude,
It's a
how the
completely
fuck?
different noise.
Yeah, so like we had to do like one was like falling down the stairs, and so we did the xylem hole for that one.
Oh, yeah.
Just to make it different, but we had to do something like that.
I saw one. It was those old Mickey Mouse, like the black and white cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
Him driving his truck. That's just like a bunch of fucking shit being hit on a table.
Yeah,
Like the pop.
yeah. If you ever watched that shit, it's wild.
Yeah, it's so weird. It comes up on my feed every
'Cause
now and then. It's interesting to watch.
Because High Me goes, why don't they just do the thing that makes the noise to make the noise and record it?
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, we're gonna just chuck these bag of marbles up against the fucking wall, and it's gonna sound like a car exploding. And I'm like, how did you figure that out?
It's so weird.
Yeah, my mom gave me some pudding, and then I took a fork, and then I threw it in the air, and it makes the perfect noise for. And you're like, how did you know
And
that?
it's a raindrop.
Yeah,
It's just something totally off the wall.
yeah. It's almost as impressive as those dudes who can mimic almost every noise with their mouth.
Oh, those guys are crazy.
Yeah. But
Those
it's
guys
like
are
someone
nuts.
will make a zipper noise, and to make the same zipper noise.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
wild.
Those guys are good at impressions too.
Yeah.
You seen the dude that he was on like America's Got Talent or something? He's got like two voices. He's got like an extra vocal cord, so it sounds like when he sings, it sounds like he's got a backup singer.
He's got, yeah, so he, and then he can go an octave above and below because of his extra chord.
Yeah, so he can go super high pitch or super low.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he sings, it sounds like he's got like a dope backup vocalist that's just on point. But
They're
it's
like-
just him.
Yeah, a duet single.
Yeah. Fucking weird, dude.
He's gonna sing "It's Cold Outside," but no one's gonna know who's the
Who's getting raped and who's not?
Yeah, yeah.
She's
like,
nuts.
She's like, "Baby, it's cold outside." He's like, "I gotta go." She's like, "No."
No, have another drink.
Yeah, it can happen. Be careful.
Stay for a while.
Yeah,
It's cold outside. Don't go out there.
don't go outside.
It's warm in here. Take off your jacket.
What's in your drink? I don't know.
I don't know. I made it for you.
Yeah,
Here's another.
yeah.
One more for good measure.
Bill.
Was that? I was just watching something. I think it was Family Guy. And they were at like a fucking nightclub or something. And the one weird kind of gay guy, not the old guy, but the other one
The guy
with the mustache.
Oh no.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
He was like about to drink his drink. He goes, "Oh, there's a pill in my drink. Oh, it's gone." And he chugs it.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
like,
no,
what the
there's
fuck?
a pill in my drink.
Yeah,
Oh, it's gone.
yeah. And then he just chugs it, dude.
He's great. Hey, you'll never guess who's here.
Yeah,
Dude, that guy's great.
he's funny, dude.
I think my favorite impression that I can do from Family Guy is the greased up deaf guy. Ain't nobody won't get me. Ain't nobody won't come. Dude, that kills me every fucking time, dude.
Yeah, I'm touching all the candy.
Ridiculous. Watch Family Guy.
Family Guy's solid, dude.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. Definitely
Uh,
recommend.
I don't have anything else written down.
Yeah, that was it for me.
Sick
So that
though.
was
We're
some weird
196
shit.
in the book. Our goal is to get 200 recorded while Cut's still here. And yeah, so we'll see you soon.
Later, boys. Thanks for tuning in.
Episode 200. Maybe.
Hair in our mouth.